The Ninth Doctor. The Ninth Doctor. The Ninth Doctor. The Ninth Doctor, played by toxic-bopping, heart-stopping jock-dropper Christopher Eccleston, the lone survivor of the last Great Time War, the oncoming storm, the villain in Iron Man 5 or whatever, the one and only Ninth Doctor. At least that's what the powers that be want you to think. But what if I told you everything you knew was a lie? Oh, that includes the title of this video, by the way, but more on that later. I'm gonna go over some of the other Ninth Doctors in the Kafka-esque nightmare we call the Hooniverse, trademark Disney. The Ninth Doctor. Vanilla Edition. Good old crispy buns Eccles cakes, bringing a world-weary, war-torn trauma to the character that captivates the hearts and minds of everyone who doesn't skip him and go straight to David Tennant. Though he only had one season to his name and very little chance of returning, old Deep Space Nine is still a lot of people's favourite Doctor, and when he once again refused to come back for the 50th anniversary, necessity bore a 3-time BAFTA-winning fruit in The War Doctor, the In-Betweener Doctor. Fighting in the cheeky little kerfuffle that was the last Great Time War, this incarnation went about blowing up Daleks and generally doing things that would make the Doomslayer blush. Well, that's what's implied anyway. In practice, he's really just sort of grumpy and impatient, so kinda comes off like 10 and 11 of being huge drama llamas. But then again, they aren't the ones who decided to change their names after listening to Cradle of Filth once. The Schalke Doctor, however, clearly listened to Cradle of Filth like a bunch of times. Played by either Withnow or I, Richard E. Grant, in the webcast Scream of the Schalke, old Shalcock Holmes was almost the canonical Ninth Doctor before a certain someone had other ideas. After losing the woman he loves, this version of the Last of the Time Lords travelled around with a robot duplicate of the Master, which is weird, but not as weird as the fact that the robot duplicate of the Master is played by Derek Jacobi, who would go on to play the fleshy not duplicate of the Master in, hang on, let me just check my notes, Doctor Who! The Comic Relief Doctor! In 1999's Curse of Fatal Death, written by Meavan Stoffert, we meet another incarnation of the Ninth Doctorino, played by Rowan Atkinson from Johnny English Reborn and the music video for Ollie Murs' Move. This Doctor decided to retire from a life of adventure, crime, and adventure-based crime to settle down with a nice Earth girl called Emma, the first companion he'd ever had. This Ninth Doctor appeared in the comic book Party Animals as a potential future of the Seventh Doctor. This Doctor is notable for making a deal with a mysterious man in black to restore Gallifrey after its destruction, and being visually based on Nicholas Briggs' incarnation of the Doctor from the Doctor Who audio visuals, which makes this the first time a fan-made Doctor has been kinda sorta canonised. Will he be the last? Who knows? Who dares to dream? Well, there we have it. All 5 incarnations of the Ninth Doctor. Hang on, why is there another page of script left? The Tomorrow Windows gives us 2 more potential Ninth Doctors, one with eyeliner and the other with curly hair, which according to author Jonathan Morris references Eddie Izzard and Alan Davis, both rumoured to play the Doctor in 2003. But if that's not enough, we also have this Doctor from the 1989 board game Battle for the Universe, which saw this sexy beast travelling with Tegan, Romana, Ace and K9, and featuring such iconic enemies as the Daleks, the Cybermen, and Shockeye. But if that's still not enough, we can circle back to the Tomorrow Windows for a red-headed Doctor that ended up becoming Merlin, the Valeyard, and William Hartnell. So that's 11 ninth incarnations of the Doctor, and people say this show is confusing. Oh wait, there's also the one played by Stephen Fry. What if none of this matters? What if Doctor Who is just a rip-off of an obscure French science fiction novel from the early 20th century? What if we had a video about it? A video that you could watch by clicking on this box? Wouldn't that be something? Bye!